Hello and welcome to this edition of the 2018 Because Your Life Matters Expo show. Today on the program, we will be talking to Macon County Economic Development. Later, we will also be talking to the Adventist Community Service Center and the Macon Health Department. But first, let's go to Janice and Sue from Macon County Economic Development. Janice?
Hi, I'm with Sue with the Economic Development, and we're right off the highway here in Macon, Missouri. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Oh, I'd be happy to. I'm the director here at Macon County Economic Development in my second year as director, but 5 years that I've been with the office. And our office, we promote the businesses in town, help them to expand and recruit new businesses to town. But that entails a lot of different avenues. And we work with education for our young people, education for our adults. We have lots and lots of programs that go on through here in a far reach for what all we do.
So do you have people come here to the office and you put on educational programs? Or I heard you talking something about an expo that you're going to be doing at the school, and would you like to tell a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Every year we have an 8th grade career fair at the school at the end of the school year, and it's a half a day, half a morning, usually a Thursday or Friday, and we invite businesses, organizations to come in, set up a booth in the gym at the high school, and be prepared to talk about their business and what they do. And we invite all of the 8th grade students in Macon County to attend that program. It kind of puts the businesses in an environment that's comfortable for the students and makes it easier for them to talk to them. And during that day, they also get a tour of the Mac Tech and to see all the classes that might be available to them while they're there. And then we also have a third session, and it's usually a presentation of some sorts. We've had a representative from a college. Last year we had a young entrepreneur that came in and talked to the students. This year we are actually having the mechatronics truck come from Moberly College and bringing it right to the school so that the students can see what that's all about.
Oh, that's awesome. And you said Macon County, so does that include other kids outside of just the Macon school?
Absolutely. Our office works for all of Macon County. So not just the city. We take care of everybody in the county. We usually have about 170, 75 students. This year we're expecting 168. When we do this event, it's kind of a celebration for the students as well as we do not have an 8th grade graduation program. And so our office has for many years, we through generous donations from our local businesses, we are able to provide door prizes, and all the students that are there are entered in the drawing. Names are drawn and they can come up and pick from the table, and we have anything from gift cards to Walmart to outside activities to coupons to go to the local restaurants to eat.
How cool.
So, and every year our office also provides them with something to take away. And last year and this year we've ordered drawstring bags for them with class of whatever their class is, so they have that going forward, and that helps them collect all their things, because a lot of the booths have items, giveaways at the booth for them as well. And we also hold an essay contest, and we have 5 topics that we kind of send out questions to all of the students. All of the 8th grade students are welcome to write an essay relating to what they like about Macon County, why they would want to work here, things that they would like to see come to Macon County, something that they've learned about that they didn't know that existed here. And we read all of those essays, and then we pick first, second, and third place. First place in all years past through generous contributions, we've been able to supply a laptop, printer, and a carry case, and then a tablet for second and third.
That is awesome.
We really, really like it. We want it to be something that they can use and have fun with, but more importantly, be able to do homework and research when they're away from school. So
that is wonderful. That's exciting to me to hear about all of that. I know that the kids have to look forward to that every year. And it's awesome to generate back these minds to what would make Macon somewhere they would want to stay. Because a lot of times kids grow up and get education, and they have to leave here to use their education.
Exactly.
So
And that's a
great.
big part of what we do is trying to make it so that they can have a future here and they can go off to school and come home and do their career and their adult life here back in Macon.
That is
So,
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are some other things that the economic development does in our, not just town, but county?
We have a scholarship program also that we operate in. Again, it's on the basis of Come Home. It's actually called our Come Home Scholarship Program. And all the high school students in Macon County are eligible to apply. And it is based on their desire to come back to Macon and live. And we give away 3 $1,000 scholarships
wow.
each year. So those are some of the things we do. One of our big programs right now is getting Macon to be a certified work-ready community, and that's actually what our booth will be at the Expo.
Okay.
So there's many things that we do. I'm involved in a tourism group, Macon Volunteers for Progress, and we're always inviting people to join with that. We're trying to get a tourism movement going so that we can generate the reason why people get off the highway and come to Macon to visit us.
Well, when I came in, your office is beautiful.
Thank you.
And you guys are so friendly. And I also noticed that you have a bunch of pamphlets here. And it tells about different things that go on in our community. And there's maps. Mm-hmm. And we've got the lake. So
we do. We have 2 lakes. So yeah, the books we have, the Go Guide was a venture between the Chamber of Commerce and this office, and we were assisted with a grant through USDA to be able to create this. We call it a Go Guide, and it talks about all the things there are to do in Macon County, all of our restaurants. We have a map of the area,
cool.
a promotional item for our area, and then we also, the back of it has a monthly calendar of events, and then we have been creating cards that we slide into the book for each month that give the specific dates. So, and we have those in our rest stops, like in Hannibal and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
yeah.
And now, do you have a website or anything that people can actually, if they're planning to be traveling, that they could look up and see what there is around the Macon area?
We have a Facebook page, the Macon County Tourism Facebook page. We do not yet have a website. This is a grassroots tourism thing, so there's just several of us in the community who are passionate about the community, want to see it grow, and so we've come together and are just trying to grow it, and hopefully one day it'll be its own standalone organization.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, we just have a few more minutes left, and you mentioned that you'll be at our Expo June the 28th out at the Macon County Fairgrounds. And would you like to tell us just a little bit about what you will be promoting out there with your, what can people expect if they come to your booth, and
Absolutely.
what you might be able to help them?
I'd be happy to. As I had mentioned, Macon County is in the process right now of becoming a certified work-ready community. Which what that means is having this designation demonstrates that we have a quality workforce ready and able to go to work. Mm-hmm. And part of becoming certified is based on individuals from our current transitioning and emerging workforce earning a National Career Readiness Certificate. And this certificate is a portable credential that identifies that the individual, what their level of skills are in math, reading, and problem solving. So we would like to offer people the ability to take that test. Mm-hmm. And we have met all of our, and it'll be an ongoing, once we meet our certification, then we have to maintain it. Mm-hmm, so we have to continue to test people and make sure that they get their credential. And we have met our current people that are currently employed and are emerging, which is our young people coming out of school, are our school has set up an amazing program where all of the students come through a class and are tested. So we have that program all in place, and then we're doing our transitioning. Anyone who is looking to find a better job or maybe a job, anything like that, we can help them get this credential, which is then valuable to take with them and present to an employer with their resume or their application. It gives the employer that knowledge up front of what the
their
skills.
skill level. And I know that is really becoming something that employers around the Macon area are doing, that they're doing kind of like an aptitude test to make sure that when they hire employees that they'll be able to understand the instructions and things that they're going to be utilizing in that employment. So I think that is
Absolutely.
really a wonderful thing. We appreciate that you guys are going to be with us out there. I do want to say at the very end here that I took that test and flunked. So
It is
so
a test.
we want to make sure that people know, don't be scared to come out and take it. And
Not at all,
I
not at
went
all.
on and ended up got my GED, and I won a scholarship to my whole semester of college. First semester was paid for in full. So,
Great.
don't feel bad if you come out and you just don't feel like that you can't do it, because
Absolutely.
you can do it. Anybody can do it. It might take a
Absolutely.
little bit of work, but you can do it.
And there is information out there that you can fine tune your skills before you take the test at the Work Ready Communities website. And if you click on Missouri, you can then get to Macon, and it shows all of our businesses that are recognizing them, and it'll lead you to how you can take the test. Of course, you can call me here at this office or stop by anytime, and or you can follow along on the website as well, and definitely we can get people tested, and I think it's a very valuable thing for our future.
Yes, I do too. And I would encourage everybody to do it. You just feel better about yourself, whenever you just we never get too old to learn. Just
Oh,
keep
absolutely.
learning and growing and trying new things. And it may take a time or two, but it's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janice. Now here's Winnie with Linda from the Adventist Community Service Center.
My name is Winnie Pitford, and I'm going to be talking with Linda Bunton. She is the head of the Adventist Community Services, better known in this town as the Better Living Center. And Linda, you're going to be at the Expo this year, aren't you?
Yes, I will be.
Can you tell me just a little bit about the local history of the Adventist Community Services?
It's really interesting. Even before I became a Seventh-day Adventist, they had a Dorcas there in the basement of the church. And then they were cleaning different houses where people couldn't do. And then I can remember where we had a free clothing drive, and it was at the American Legion Hall. And every year we did something, And in September of 1988 is when we officially got our first building. And so this year marks our 30th year.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty established establishment, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what types of services does the Better Living Center provide to this community?
Well, we help out with fire victims, people that's been displaced. Just if you have a need, you come. And, even whenever you face something as terrible as death of a lost loved one, people come and they bring their articles of their clothing of the one that they lost.
So what do you do with these clothes that come in?
We go through them, we put them on hangers, and we put them out. And the community has been so gracious. They freely give, and we freely give back. There's a donation box if people wants to donate any funds, then there's a donation box, or else, it's free. We just ask that you don't put it on a swap shop or something like that. It's freely given.
So I know that I have heard that you do something with people that have gotten in trouble with the law at times. Sometimes they are given community service hours. Can they, or have you worked with people like that up at the Better Living Center?
There is a criteria that I do have, because there is just those women that are up there. So yes, if you have community service hours that you have, give me a call. I can try to work with you on that.
So basically, the community then is helping their fellow citizens in this area by contributing clothes, and the Better Living Center works as an agency to redistribute those clothes to the people who need them. Is that right?
Correct. And also, Winnie, I'd like to add that there's our business community. They also are so kind and gracious when they have a change of seasons or they have an overflow. They freely give to us. And I really want to thank them publicly for doing that. I don't want to name names because I don't want to leave anyone out, but they are so gracious and so kind to us.
What about people that have something to offer that other than just clothes that they no longer need or whatever? Are there other organizations or small groups that are contributing something special to the Better Living Center?
I can remember a young boy that was wanting to get his Eagle Award, and so he came to me, and that's how our shed got painted.
Okay.
And
so they donate hours.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
What about I know that you get quilts sometimes from somewhere.
Oh, yes. We have, there's a sewing circle here in town, and they have given us over 74 blankets. And you stop and think that over 74 blankets, those have gone to fire victims. They've gone to people that they have nothing. And you give them a blanket. And I've told these ladies, I said, I wish you could be here because they hold on to that blanket, and it is a security thing to them. And it just melts your heart. And we have some ladies in town that they make these beautiful little baby sweaters, and they zip up in the back. You just put their little arms in their head, and you zip them up. And Grandma, if you're listening, I tell you what, we really love them, and the ladies that help. There's just so many people that even come off the street and they'll say, we want to help because we know that you're a nonprofit. You don't get paid for what you do. And the director assistant and our volunteers, no one gets paid.
So it's a voluntary effort.
It's all volunteer.
Can you tell me a little bit about how many people are helped, or how many garments or something that are distributed through the Better Living Center?
Well, about in this year.
Just this year.
In this year, there's approximately about 19,000 articles of clothing that's went out of this building. And this is not counting the blankets or the articles that's helped with the fire victims or the displaced people or anything like that. But there's been over 5,000 items that's gone out to help people. And also there's been literature that's gone out, that people that's wanted Bibles. But I think one of the most important things that means the most to me is when somebody comes in and they say, I've heard this is a place of prayer, and I have something very heavy on my heart. Would you pray with me?
That's an important service too. Can you tell me? You already mentioned that the businesses in town, some of them contribute or donate to the Better Living Center because funds are needed in order to keep this open. But it's a nonprofit organization, right?
Correct.
So the funds are used for what, and how else do you get funds?
Well, not only do the business people give us articles, clothing, or whatever, but they help us financially. And the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the members, they sponsor this building and what goes on there. And we report to our board members at the church. And it's just a community effort of keeping us going, and people that just come in off the street and say they want to help, and even if you want to do hours, you just want to help, you don't have nothing to do, just let us know.
So if somebody needs assistance, how do they contact to get assistance? What hours are they open?
My phone number is 660-988-6436.
Okay.
Just give me a call.
Now, one thing I want to say quickly before we cut this off is that this organization right here in Macon is part of a network of others that have, like, there's community service centers in different areas around our state, and also it's connected with ADRA. That is
worldwide.
A worldwide organization. We've just about run out of time, Linda, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today, and hope that everything goes well at the Expo.
Thank you.
The Adventist Community Service Center is located at 106 Vine Street, Macon, Missouri, and is open on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 or by appointment by calling Linda Bunton at 660-988-6436. Now for our last interview, let's join Janice with Jennifer from the Macon Health Department.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm really glad that you're here with us today.
Thank you.
And you're planning to come out at the expo we're having. And would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I work at the Macon County Health Department. I am predominantly the school health nurse, which means that I am the school health nurse for the county, meaning I go to the 7 different schools within the county. I also do CPR training as well as Crystal, Baker, and Deanna Wiggins do. And today, well, I guess at the health department expo part, we are going to be showing how to do hands-only CPR, which is a very basic 2-step CPR. It's not the full class, it's just an intro to get you willing to hop in if needed.
Okay, and you're saying teach, so are you going to be bringing some things to demonstrate, or how is that going to work?
I will bring 2 mannequins at least, so that you can so the person who I am providing a little bit of education can get used to what it feels like to do compressions and at the speed that is appropriate, and what 2 basic steps we ask for in hands-only CPR. This is not a full certification course. This is a intro. This is how you would do it.
So with summer coming on and kids out of school, and more grandmas will be maybe babysitting, and older children will be babysitting younger children, is this something that the old and the young could benefit from learning?
Yes, any age can potentially perform CPR. The hands-only CPR that I am teaching is going to be adult-focused only. So predominantly it'll focus on helping somebody age 8 and over, because it's definitely going to work for that. When we do pediatrics or we do infant, there's a different style. But this is a basic concept of hands-only CPR that we consider adult appropriate.
Now, what are some occasions somebody would administer CPR?
Well, the 2 basic things, either during a heart attack or a cardiac arrest, and in case people are interested, the difference between a heart attack and cardiac arrest. A heart attack means there is a circulation problem, as in there is a blocking of blood flow A cardiac arrest is an electrical problem, meaning that your heart is not getting the electrical impulses it needs, so it stops.
And so we're not going to be covering like choking or anything like that. Basically, what we're going to be learning is things to deal with if we see someone with what symptoms.
If they suddenly collapse and then they are non-reactive, they don't respond to you, then they're not breathing. This is when we perform CPR. We can cover choking at a time in the future, though.
That sounds wonderful. And do you offer these classes? You know, you said that this is going to be like intro. Is this something that the health department offers that people can go on and learn and get certified?
Oh, most definitely. We have a full CPR program, a heart saver only CPR program. We have a first aid and CPR program. We can provide that for class numbers of 5 or more, and you can contact the health department if you have 5 or more, and we can see about putting a schedule together. Or if you want to do it individually, the American Heart Association has a program that you can do online, and then you come to the health department, and for $30 we can do a check off and certify you as well.
That's amazing. Now the where you were saying 5 or more, is that you'll go out to their site, like a church or school or?
Potentially, if our scheduling will allow, or we have a room in the back that we can do.
That the group could actually get together and just come here. And that would be during your business hours, or do you do that in the evenings?
Call and see what we can schedule. We'll look at each individual instructor's schedule and see what we can accommodate.
Well, that's amazing. You guys do a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a lot more than just going out and visiting schools and giving shots, isn't it? You have the WIC program and the well baby checks. Is there some other things that you have that maybe people don't realize that you do here at the health department?
We have a nurse that comes in and does nutritional counseling. It's for free, so we can help with weight loss and various chronic diseases. For that, we have a diabetes support group. I don't know what time that is. I'd have to check our Facebook page.
Oh, you have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page. So find us on Facebook, like our page. That can keep you up to date to the different programs that are going on, where we're going to be, what's happening.
And is that just titled Macon County Health Department? Or?
Macon County Health Department.
Okay. And
In
we'll
Missouri.
have that up. We'll actually have that up on our YouTube page and our Facebook. We'll put all that contact information. So you said people can contact you. Is there a phone number or?
660-395-4711 is the phone number for the health department.
And we're so thrilled that you're going to join us. Is there some more information you'd like to give us about the booth that you're going to have there? Maybe the times that you're going to be doing this demonstration?
As far as we are currently planning to be there from 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
So pop on by. We'll give you a little introduction. We'll have music, video, hopefully videos, and some mannequins.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Jennifer. This is Jennifer Taylor with the Macon County Health Department.
Thank you for listening to the 2018 Because Your Life Matters Expo show. If you would like to participate in this event or are already participating and would like to be on this program, please contact us at 660-851-1844. Please follow this station on Facebook at KCNFLP or go to fb.me/KCNFLP. Also, follow our church Facebook and YouTube pages under Macon Connections in Macon. That's MAKIN, Connections in Macon, MACON. Special thanks to all who participated and helped make this program possible. Music provided by OrangeFreeSounds.com. This is program number 3, and I'm Fletcher Pride. Thank you for listening to your home for keeping Christ in focus. KCNFLP 104.1 FM Macon.